Well, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Jamie Thomas Show. This is our first live in a while.
Yeah, it is.
It's our first show in a while. Those of you that are joining us in the chat, thanks for being with us. We're going to go over all the news. A lot of stuff drops today about the 50th anniversary that's starting up in October.
Yeah, and we're just excited to chat with you guys and maybe get excited about possible Disney vacations, because I know after the announcements today, I'm kind of excited.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, why don't we bring them up to speed on everything that was announced today?
Yeah, so this morning on Good Morning America, there was kind of like a sneak peek, almost teaser trailer, save the date kind of thing, all about the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom celebration, which is going to be huge.
Yeah.
So did any of you guys watch the Good Morning America this morning? I didn't. Actually, we had to watch it later on YouTube.
I saw the highlights.
We did, and we were pretty excited. So I guess should we go over like different things that we know about it?
Yeah, let's do that.
And then we can do some speculating.
For sure.
Okay, so the celebration is going to be starting October 1st, which wasn't a surprise. We already knew that. But we were kind of trying to figure out how long it was going to go for. We knew it would go for at least a year. And we found out today that it is going to be going for 18 months.
Oh.
So when would that take us to?
18 months from October, so 12
April
would be October.
2023? Right?
April 2023. That's a long celebration.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome for people who, might be missing it, really, like in the beginning, right? So they can kind of tag on. There's a long time there.
Was there any speculation on how long it was originally going to be before the pandemic? Because part of me wonders if it was extended to try and extend people's ability to come and just kind of get some excitement for the parks.
That's the thing. We didn't know, right? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of figured it would be at least a year. I kind of wondered if it was going to be more than a year because of the Disneyland Diamond Celebration. I think it was a little bit longer than a year.
Yeah.
I kind of figured, but who knows with the pandemic? It was kind of like, oh, what are they going to do, right?
Yeah.
So that's good news that Disney is going to be doing it for that long, which is awesome.
Tammy said she was at work during the Good Morning America thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we missed it. Just saw highlights.
Yeah, you can watch the video that I think Disney actually has a sneak peek on their YouTube channel. So you can go back and kind of watch that.
Definitely want to check it.
Yeah. Okay, other news. So all 4 park icons are going to be transformed into beacons of light. Doesn't that sound lovely?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be at Epcot. There's going to be new lights that are going to shine on the reflective surface panels of Spaceship Earth. So it's going to be like it almost looked to me like a purpley blue, which looked really cool. And then the Tree of Life at Animal Kingdom is going to have magical fireflies and new projections, which is going to be really cool. Oh, isn't that pretty? I just love that picture up there.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see what they do with Epcot because I don't know. It's always just wonderful with the technology, the image mapping. I know it doesn't sound like that's what they're doing on the Epcot ball, but Disney's the best at this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it almost looks like a Starry Night to me.
No, it really does.
Beautiful. Okay, and then the Cinderella Castle is going to feature blue bunting, gold swirls, and a 50th anniversary crest.
So there you can kind of see a picture of it. Looks great. I'm
like
excited.
It. I really like it. It's not too over the top like the cake, although I personally did not mind the 25th anniversary cake.
It gets such a bad rap,
Yeah,
but I
people
liked
hated
it.
it.
People really did hate it, but I thought it was great.
I kind of thought it was like special for the year, but people did not like it. So I think this is a little bit more classic, just a little pizzazz, right?
Here's another artist rendition of what's coming. So if it's anything like that, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, there's going to be projection mapping on it, and almost like you can see in the picture, like Tinkerbell, fairy dust, kind of some pixie dust.
Yeah. Tammy just said, very good news. Can't imagine going to Florida with a mask. So having the celebration long into the future with hopefully no mask is great. I know that's for us.
Yeah.
We're planning. We've got a few potential vacations planned for during this, and we're hoping when we go, masks aren't a thing.
Yeah, Disney did say that in their stockholder meeting that masks were likely going to be a thing of the remainder of 2021. So it will kind of overlap part of the celebration, but they also did say, depending on where the pandemic is, like vaccine, that could obviously change. But in the previews on the video, it was all guests in masks talking, which makes sense because right now masks are required.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean necessarily they're going to be required in the future during the celebration. It's just like I don't think even Disney can predict.
I think they were playing it safe by saying there's no way it's going to happen this year, which I understand they need to.
Absolutely.
But I do personally think part of the push to have it well over a year is for that.
Yeah, and I was actually going to talk about this. A lot of what Disney didn't say, I think, shows what they're kind of...
the fact that they're holding their cards close to the chest.
Just in case, right? Because, they don't want to announce that there's going to be a big fireworks show or parades or something if, the pandemic doesn't allow that. So I think they announced the things that were sure things.
Yeah.
And this isn't, though... encompassing everything though. But so hopefully we'll kind of speculate what other things are going to be happening too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So other announcement was that Mickey and Minnie are going to have new outfits. Do you have a picture of that?
I think I do. Hold on.
And they were called
second.
iridescent outfits, iridescent fabric. So it's kind of, it reminded me almost like very 80s, the oil fabric, that would kind of change and stuff. It was
that
really
is
cool.
not a picture of Mickey and Minnie.
But that shows kind of the color.
That does. That is kind of the theme of it. That's the
that
logo.
blue, purple, gold, little. I really love that logo. Actually,
I do too. It looks awesome. But if you are watching, and I see there's a few of you watching right now, if you have any questions about not only the 50th anniversary but just Disney Vacations, any help that you need coming up, let us know.
Yep. So Mickey and Minnie's outfits are going to have embroidered impressions of the castle backed by fireworks, as well as brocade and multi-tone and iridescent fabric.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I really hope that they have in the dress shop adult versions of Minnie's dress or even little girl versions in the Bippity Boppity boutique. I just think that would be the cutest thing ever. And if they don't, I might have to get somebody. I have a friend who makes costumes for Claire, so I might have to get her to make some for me.
Well, I think with every one of these celebrations, one of the things that Disney does so well is merchandising.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see what they come up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have because the sparkle sequin earrings ears are the biggest thing right now. So I guarantee you they're gonna have that fabric in. Ears.
Oh, ears, for sure.
Absolutely. I think they're
for sure.
So that's super exciting. And at D23, they did announce that there was going to be special snacks and merchandise. So that's going to be pretty cool.
No, absolutely.
So should we talk about the things we didn't see in
the
video?
I think so, because I think what we didn't see is maybe as telling as what we did.
Yeah. Okay, so I swear that when we were at D23, they had a picture of Mickey on a parade float. Or was that for Disneyland?
No, they did. I'm almost sure they did too.
I could have sworn there was.
Yeah.
But I think we were all expecting there to be a special parade with the 50th. And I don't think that's off the table.
No.
I think that it's just not sure when that's going to start. So I think that that's something really important to talk about. I think there will be new projection mapping and new fireworks.
Yeah.
But that's all speculating.
It is, but again, I can't imagine the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom of Disney World comes about and they don't have fireworks, parades, all this type of stuff. Every time we've seen this with Disneyland, they go above and beyond. In fact, when we were at D23, they were replaying the fireworks show from one of their celebrations. They had rolled one back.
Were they? Oh, was it? Get your ears on.
No. It was like the Happily Ever After, but it was a different name. It was, but it was specifically originally designed for their big last anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And I just can't imagine that they would do something as big as this
Yes.
without having parades, projection mapping, fireworks, all of that specific to this celebration.
I do think too, if they don't have fireworks, like full-on fireworks in the beginning, I think they will do the projection mapping because they've been doing that already so far. So I think they'll be kind of like a tamed down version, just until they can really gear up, depending on social distancing and really where the pandemic is at. So I don't know about you guys, like I'm hopeful that things will be more normal. I'm not sure when exactly that's going to look, but I'm kind of curious what you guys think.
We have a question here.
Yep.
How far in advance can reservations be made? Now that the 50th celebration is officially being discussed, is Disney accepting reservations, say, November, December 2022?
Such a good question,
Great
Tammy.
question.
So right now, they opened up, actually just a few days ago. I've been crazy busy all week, which is awesome, because things were pretty slow for me. So I've been really busy because they just announced that 2020 bookings were pretty much all open. Now, you can only book up to 500 days in advance. So that puts us till, the first week of July, I think?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing for clients who are going beyond July, I'm putting them in, my notes folder, and I'm going to reach out when their windows each open, and then I'll send quotes and we can get that booked. So I highly recommend booking far in advance because it will be a big year. I think people are going to be booking earlier than usual because they want something to look forward to during the pandemic. And they also know it's going to be a big year. I think about the 50th or the Diamond Celebration at Disneyland, it did fill up the parks more. Know, it attracts people because they want to be there for that special celebration.
Yeah.
So I do think people are going to book early and want to come to that. And also, you never know if the prices are going to change, right? I always monitor for my clients for promotions and I apply those to their trip, but sometimes price increases do happen. So booking ahead of those is so smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a time where they increased tickets and hotel, and I remember applying promos and going, they got a better deal actually because they booked really early. So that's important to note, just in case you want to get locked into those early prices. And then if we can save you any additional money in the future, then it's only really a bonus.
Yeah, so don't wait to contact Jamie. Her email is jamie@clickthemouse.ca. Her website is
www.clickthemouse.ca/Jamie.
And then she can start monitoring for all that stuff for you.
Yeah. So Tammy, are you thinking of going in November, December 2022? I want to know that.
Well, we'll find out from her in a second, I'm sure. What else anything else as far as the anniversary here?
Nothing concrete, but let's talk about attractions.
Ooh, yes, let's.
Okay, so we know Ratatouille is pretty much on the end of being complete.
Done. Oh yeah, there's been lots of pictures and stuff of how close it is.
So I'm thinking, and I have no concrete information on this, but maybe it's opening this year, hopefully. And if not, I'm thinking more towards the beginning of 2022. But I'm actually thinking it might open for 2021.
Based on what we're seeing, it's close.
Yeah. Okay, other ones. Epcot Harmonious. Did I say that right? Harmonious?
Yes,
okay.
you did.
So also hoping that will open this year as well.
Yeah.
So, but again, I have absolutely no concrete information on all of these attraction date opening. I have no clue, but there is they've been doing test fireworks there, and I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be. I think it depends on the pandemic and social distancing.
Oh,
but
for sure.
I think that's going to be one of the first fireworks evening shows to come back.
Yeah, well, and they've been preparing it for a while, so.
And with that in mind, it would be really cool if for the 50th they had something going on in replacement of Rivers of Light. I know nothing and have heard nothing about that, but I'm just
it would be
throwing
awesome.
that out there.
Yeah.
That there's kind of a gap there really around that lake.
Oh,
and it
for
would
sure.
be so cool if they could do some kind of thing there.
Oh, to see something come back to Animal Kingdom would be really, really nice. I always found Rivers of Light, well, I didn't mind it, was one of the weaker entries as far as nighttime shows.
Oh yeah, no, I saw it once and was like, I don't really. Well, no, I actually saw it a few times, but every time I was
it had such a tendency to break down all the time. That was the other thing with it was
that's true.
It wasn't dependable, and so you could sit there and then the thing would be canceled.
Yeah.
After seeing World of Color and some of the other Disney shows around the world, it just paled in comparison. So I would love to see Animal Kingdom get a nighttime spectacular, and one that was 50th anniversary. Would be pretty sweet.
I think if you've seen Worlds of Color, you know that Rivers of Light is kind of just a weaker, was a weaker version.
Like it's like, and again, like you can always kind of read between the lines with Disney with this kind of stuff. The fact that the show, I mean, it only was released 5 years ago, less than that. And it didn't make even a 5-year run. Like that tells you it was not their best show, and they knew it. And I want to see more stuff. Any other rides or things to know?
So Tron, I think they were thinking that that's going to be opening up sooner than Guardians. So I want to talk about Tron and Guardians. Yeah. So Guardians, I think, was October 2022.
Okay.
They were thinking, like, that's the rumors I've heard. No concrete information again, And then Tron, I think, was supposed to come. Well, no, actually. Darn, when is Tron going to come?
It got delayed.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm a little surprised to hear you say that you think Tron's going to, or the news is that Tron's opening up first. Because
you know what? I might be wrong, actually. Tron.
Tammy said, she had the question, so no sooner than 500 days. And then in answer to our question, she said, yes, Christmas time and the anniversary, plus it's Disney. Can't wait for all the new rides too, plus Skyliner. You haven't tried the Skyliner yet, hey?
Oh, yeah. So does that mean you want to stay at Caribbean or Art of Animation or Pop?
I would think probably yes, because those are the central places for that.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not really finding information. Darn, I was watching something today that was saying, so I'm not sure when Tron, maybe it was more towards the end.
I would think both are later because both have been delayed. See, I would have thought based on construction schedule from what I saw that Guardians of the Galaxy would come quicker, but who knows?
Yeah. Okay, and then I wanted to talk to you about 2 restaurants that were supposed to be open.
Oh.
A while ago.
Yes.
Actually, I think it was supposed to be slotted last year.
Yeah.
Space 2020 at Epcot.
Yes.
And Toy Story Roundup Barbecue. Both ones that we have not heard anything about with crickets, right?
And have we heard anything?
No, still crickets.
Still nothing.
So I'm not sure, are they dead or are they going to be resurrected for the 50th?
Let me ask you guys this. Are anyone excited about the space one at Epcot? I'm not that excited, but that's because any restaurant that spins has a tendency to make me throw up as I'm eating at it.
I think it would be really cool. And I
do think it'll be super cool.
Our kids will love it. They really will. And I'll have to obviously go there. But yeah, if it's spinning or has kind of like a motion to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle eating. And even when I go to Planet Hollywood and you know how they have the projections on the ceiling, watching the videos while I eat, I can't do.
I'm not that bad.
I'm pretty bad.
But that other one at Epcot, the what's the name of it? The one that's right beside Soarin'.
Mission Space?
No, the restaurant that's right beside Soarin'.
Coral Reef? Beside Soarin'.
Beside Soarin', that's inside.
The California Grill.
Yeah, where the Chip and Dale and all those guys come out, and I get sick every time I eat there.
I know,
and
it barely even moves. I think our whole meal, we made just one rotation.
So one where they're shooting you into space by simulation and you're eating, I don't know. But I am so excited about having a sit-down restaurant.
Yeah.
In Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
I think that is sorely needed. That's not to say I don't...
Was it going to be sit down or quick service? No, I think it was going to be sit down.
I thought it was sit down. But even if it's... I don't know. But even if it's quick service, my understanding from what I'd seen was it was not like Woody's Toy Box where you're outside. You're actually inside a building to eat.
Yeah.
And, in the hot Florida sun... I appreciate.
Well, and especially in Toy Story area, like they've put up trees to kind of give people shade, but that is probably the biggest complaint of Toy Story area.
Oh, there's
is that
even
it's very hot
I know they
there
put up
because there's
trees,
not much
but they
shade.
haven't had a lot of time to grow up yet.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly hot,
Yeah.
dry.
And Woody's Lunchbox doesn't have many seats for shade or
No.
anything. So
It's got a few decent dishes and a couple decent drinks, but it's not.
Yeah, I
don't
like
know.
the drink. I like that green drink.
That green space.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I forget
So
the name of it, but if you're going, you got to have that drink.
Yeah, that one is really good. But yeah, the tater tots I find are just okay. You know, like they're corn dog. The corn dog area in Magic Kingdom's much better. So okay. Anyway,
Tammy says she hasn't visited Mickey since 2013.
Oh,
I'm going
you're overdue.
crazy to go. Where are you planning on staying? What are you?
Well, she said yes, so I think she's thinking of staying at one of those resorts on the Skyline.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay, and then there has been rumors about maybe Paint the Night coming for the 50th. Paint the Night Parade that was at Disneyland.
Oh.
So that would be awesome.
Why am I blanking on Paint the Night?
It's kind of like the electrical parade, but not. But it's like right.
No,
like,
no, yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
No, we've seen that.
And then, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's
It's
a good
awesome.
one.
So, you know, I would love to see that brought from California to Florida, but who knows, right? Disney again didn't announce anything as far as parades or nighttime shows. So we're only speculating. And then
Yeah. Any other news?
no, I just said it would have been nice to see some hype for fireworks show, daytime parade, a stage show, light parade.
I think that stuff will come. I think they are waiting to see where regulations are at as they
Absolutely.
get closer to the date.
Yeah.
There's so much time between February and October, even the start of it.
Yeah.
So much can change. So much is changing on a daily basis regarding news. We just don't know. And so I think they're waiting. I think they've got a lot that they're going to be rolling
it doesn't mean that those things are going to be absent.
No.
It just means that they're being cautious to wait and see what's going on.
This
really.
is about them building hype. So
Yeah.
that's about it for the news. We'll stay on for a couple more minutes if you guys have any questions. I see there's a number of you that are watching right now. So if you have any questions for us, any thoughts, we are excited about the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
We're excited about the fact that Disney announced that they are once again doing Marvel and Star Wars Days at Sea on their cruises. In fact, we booked one of those.
Yeah,
in
January
hopes
to
of-
March.
in hopes of the cruise industry being back.
Yeah.
And boy, we would love to take our kiddos on a Marvel Day at Sea. That's always
Yeah.
been a dream, one we haven't done. So
Yeah. I've had a lot of people ask me when sailing's going to come back, and we don't really know. The CDC has given the go-ahead, but there's some other regulations and test cruises needing to be done. So, there's a few more hoops that need to be jumped through. Hopefully soon. I don't know. I think why not plan to go on a Disney cruise, and then, just wait and see kind of thing.
I think that it's the perfect time, especially if you have held off on a few vacations because of all the madness we've been going through, to do an ultimate vacation. I know for us, I've got extra time off because we couldn't use all our vacation days, and so we're kind of hoping to do a big month-long thing.
Well, I honestly think that we're going to be, I'll be definitely, I don't know if you'll be there, but I will probably almost certainly be there for the opening of the 50th celebration. So October 1st, I'm planning on going, so I can cover it for the channel and tell you guys all about my experience.
Yeah.
And then I think we're going to go for the beginning of 2022 and then 2023. So I think we're going to
be there a lot.
multiple times.
Yeah.
So we can kind of get different experiences. Dan says that he just got back from a week-long trip at Disney World, and they were doing a great job and had the lowest crowds. Yeah, crowd capacity is rumored to be capped at about 35%. So it is very low crowd time to go right now. Weekends do kind of fill up a little bit more. We just had President's Day weekend, so that was kind of a popular one, and that would be more more on the higher end of the capacity, like maxing it out. But yeah, they have a park reservation system. So as soon as you make your reservations for Disney World, you want to make those park reservations. So you are reserved to get into that park because it is capped right now. And that being said, if you don't care about the 50th, now is a really good time to go because there is a ton of deals. They're offering up to 30% off hotels for check-ins before, I believe it's April or something. And then they're also offering for check-ins before end of September, buy 3 days tickets and get 2 days free.
Wow.
Which is a huge savings.
Yeah, it's nice.
So if you don't really care about the 50th, why not go before September?
Yeah.
You know?
And I know a lot of people actually see pictures online and get kind of freaked out with all the COVID stuff. And I get it. And I don't want to tell anyone not to be nervous or whatever. But I think pictures can be misleading. On social media, I've seen so many pictures of, well, look at how crowded it is at Magic Kingdom today. Depending on the angle, it can look bad. Everyone that I know that has gone has said it's the deadest it's been for them ever. And even when you see pictures of, oh, look at the lineups going outside of the attraction. Well, remember that everyone has to be 6 feet apart in the lines too. So what looks like an incredibly long line is probably not nearly as bad as you would think. From everything I'm hearing, well, there is stuff that's pared back. Yes, it's a bummer to be wearing a mask. There is still a lot of magic to be had at Disney World.
I just had a client go this week too. So she would have been there at the same time as you, Dan. And she emailed me while she was there. And she was like, we did everything at Hollywood Studios and it wasn't even 11 in the morning yet. Like,
and I've heard that from people too.
Everything.
Dan
and
said.
She said that she was going to, like, she actually contacted me back as soon as she got there or home. And she's planning a trip for March now. So she just got back and is going back in March now just because the crowds are so low. And it's such a great time. And she's taking all her kids this time for the second trip.
And from what I hear and what I see, I mean, there is like little tiny parades that come by, moments
they're
of
called
magic.
Cavalcades,
which they do.
I don't think you said that right.
I think I did. I don't know.
Cavalcades?
Cavalcade.
Cavalades? Cavalades.
Cavalade? It's not going to the doctor. What?
I don't know.
But well, it's what they used to do when it would be like a rainy day parade and be a cavalcade. But there is still magic to be had. And if you are someone that loves the attractions, it's never been better. Dan just said the longest I waited was 30 minutes.
Almost walked onto Flight of Passage.
That's insanity.
That's almost like, remember when they would do the evenings at Animal Kingdom and you'd pay extra for just to be able to like ride Flight of Passage and all this. Like, that's like right now going on at all the parks.
Like, you think of Flight of Passage. I mean, there's days that the wait time is 3-4 hours long.
Yes.
You effectively pay your park ticket to ride that once.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Yep. And now I mean, it's manageable time. So if you are someone that loves the attractions and loves the Imagineering that goes into these attractions, it's never been a better time to go.
Oh, other thing I wanted to talk about was 2022. We know that the Magical Express is going to be gone. So people are going like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? This is a big worry for 2022 guests who are planning. Don't worry, I have some transfer companies that I can pair you with and arrange for you. Or, Uber is so popular right now. And airlines, a lot of people who have kids don't realize this. Airlines will actually check your car seat for free at the gate. And so you can just like put it in and bring it with you, and even a car rental and stuff like that. Although, if you have the money to splurge on a car rental, it's not the worst thing. Like, you do have to pay a parking fee when you get to the resort, but it is kind of nice to have your vehicle and just like scoot to, the park and then, scoot back, right?
So Tammy said, you skipped my last question, so let's go back here. Whatever happened to the new resort they started to build at the campground? Haven't heard anything about that one in a long time.
Yeah, wasn't it Tiana's resort, or am I thinking about the one that was supposed to be near Epcot?
I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, okay, I did hear there was a news story. Remember, there was somebody living over in in that cabin area. They found them, and it was like, because they stopped.
What?
No, I'm dead serious. Here, I'll look up the news article.
Okay, so we don't know that much. Sorry, Tammy.
But there was, and they found him, and they had to, he was just hanging out in the resort area. But it's not, I know it wasn't, you don't believe me?
No, I totally believe you. I'm just, now I want to know.
Disney new.
But I also wanted. I'm not even sure which resort you're meaning that's being built on in the campground area.
So it's like on Bay Lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I thought, wasn't at D23 they announced another resort with Tiana, and it's going to be Epcot entrance area?
Yes,
do you remember this?
Vaguely, but I haven't seen any updates on. The only one I've seen updates on.
I think that one's dead in the water. Like, that one, I think, is not happening. Disney did say that they're putting holds on a lot of things.
The
like,
only
Epcot
one
was going to have a ton of things were announced for that they were getting ready for the 50th. I think what they aren't in process of building right now, that it's probably shut down. If they were currently building it, I think that they will finish it.
Well, from a resort perspective, the one that we've heard and seen progress on is the Star Wars themed ship and hotel. Other than that,
yes, and that one is absolutely like it's on track apparently.
Well, they just released new photos and promotional materials, so it's that one's clearly moving forward. But I would think if we haven't heard anything about it, not a great sign for the immediate future.
Yeah.
Other questions.
Goodness, now I'm wondering if I made that up. I thought I read it though.
She was, yes, that's right. What to do? I think Tammy was referencing back to the fact that the Magical Express isn't going anymore. As Jamie said, car rentals. There's obviously Uber and that kind of stuff, and there is that new SkyTrain thing that is coming. But
you knew more about that than me.
I'd done some research on it.
Last time we were there, you were like, "That's what they're building, Jamie," and you pointed it out to me. But it's basically a SkyTrain that's going to go from the
airport to Disney World. But there's also
Disney Springs, right?
Disney Springs,
and
but
then
there's
it's
also
going to go
to
Miami,
yeah,
which is going to be awesome for those Miami cruises on the Disney Magic.
Oh,
which
fantastic!
Would be great.
Yeah.
But I don't know when that's going to be done.
No.
There's no news on that really. But I think Disney did stop the Magical Express for that reason.
I think so. The only bummer is I don't think there'll be a long hiatus between when the Magical Express stops and when that SkyTrain service starts. But from when I was reading the tea leaves, seeing when things are opening, closing, all that kind of, it does look like there's going to be a little bit of a time when there won't be service there, which means car rentals. I could be wrong, but that's how I read it.
Okay, so back in May 2020, man arrested for camping at Disney Island, told police he didn't know he was trespassing and thought it was a tropical paradise.
You know what? Good for you. I'm not saying break onto Disney World, but if you just accidentally end up there and think it's a tropical paradise, whatever. Dan says Epcot was a construction site everywhere but the countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sad about Club Cool being gone.
Yeah, I heard that some form of that was going to be coming back.
Huh. I don't think during COVID.
No. Yeah, no, that's a death trap.
They would have to sanitize after each sticky little cup.
Yeah. Man.
So, that's interesting. Wow. I'm very excited to see about.
But that had nothing to do ultimately with the new resort.
No, so Discovery Island, I think it's going to happen, because it's obviously if someone was there, then it must be in a, far enough stages.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard anything. So, I don't know.
Maybe,
you never know because, Art of Animation, the Little Mermaid rooms, a lot of people don't even know this. That actually used to be a kind of new section of what was going to be Pop Century across the lake right there where Art of Animation where the Little Mermaid rooms are. And so it was going to be like a new decade or something like that. And when they scratched that plan, I think it was after 9/11 probably.
Yeah.
Then they ended up coming up with the concept of Art of Animation and then transformed that into Little Mermaid rooms. So that's why they kind of look identical size, different theming. So you never know, depending on how far along they are, maybe if they do scrap it, it'll just end up being something even better in the future. Yeah, no. Well, and with Disney, it seems an idea is never dead. It's just revisited later. Absolutely. And there were, when D23 happened a couple years ago now, there was a lot that was announced, and some of it started getting scrapped
before even COVID hit. Like, remember there was that theater that was going to be built on Main Street at Magic Kingdom that they announced, and within about 4 months they'd said, we're not going to do that because it doesn't work, or maybe it's future plans.
I can't remember that.
And so Disney, like, it's easy to get disappointed about all this stuff, but Disney's constantly ebbing, flowing, moving. I think some of the stuff that gets canceled because of COVID, I think we'll see in a different form later on. Matt says, I like this question because I think it's a pretty easy question. What moderate resort has the best pool? I'll let you answer this, Jamie, but I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm kind of curious what you're gonna. I know what you're gonna say. Okay, should we say it on the count of three?
One, two, three. Caribbean Beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's close. I mean,
our kids would say the same thing.
Like, there's a lot of really good. The thing about what's nice about the moderate resorts is when you go from the value to the moderate, is the moderates all have slides. And so that's a big plus.
It's huge.
And that's where I actually feel it is in the moderate resorts, is the pools are quite a bit better.
I think French Quarter would be the second, or Coronado, maybe.
French Quarter, again, if you like the theme.
Yes.
But it's also huge and has a lot for your kids to do.
Yes, because it has that splash area just like Caribbean has, right?
So
for
if
little
you have
kids,
a little one, I could, like toddlers, French Quarter.
But even Claire, because she doesn't like to, she likes to swim, but she also likes to run around and,
That's fair. French Quarter would be a close runner-up. I think the theming at Caribbean Beach, at their pool with the Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think it's second to none. I think it's like a mini attraction unto itself.
It kind of is, yeah.
I love Caribbean Beach's pool.
Now, the only negative about that resort is it's so big, right? Like, it's huge. So you could be a ways, depending on where your room is, away from that main pool.
Oh, yeah.
It can be a bit of a haul. There is the bus, though, that goes all around the resort, and you have the Skyliner there, which is a huge
The Skyliner
plus.
was a huge plus.
Goodness,
one of the reasons I had a hard time recommending
yeah.
Caribbean Beach before was because of the size of the resort. The
so
transportation was very difficult.
Yeah.
With the Skyliner, it kind of makes up for the fact that it's a very large resort. We got
Yeah.
lots.
Yeah. What else was I going to say about the moderate? Just to note, the only moderates available right now that are open are Coronado and Caribbean.
Yeah.
French Quarter, Port Orleans, Riverside, those are not open right now just because of, Disney running lower capacity. So, if they're running lower capacity, it doesn't make sense to staff and open all those other resorts. So that kind of makes it hard with only 2 moderates being available. So that's why I'm highly recommending people to book ahead. If you do want to be at Riverside or French Quarter and you book with a person like me, I will make a note and monitor. And if those resorts open, I can always move you even after booking.
I have to say, the pool's not as good at Riverside.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I love that resort.
Yeah.
Being on the water, it's just a beautiful resort. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Dan says, I stayed at Old Key West, and they had a smaller but really nice pool and slide. Again, you can't go wrong with the moderate resorts.
They have
all
the
pools are fine.
sandcastle touch there at Old Key West.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's nice.
He also asks, is there any news on the dining plan coming back? The cost of food was a killer when I was there.
Yes. Yeah. People don't realize how expensive theme park food is. If you're going to get a hot dog, you're going to be paying $10, right? Where I can get one at Costco here for $1.25, right? With a pop, right? Yeah. So you're going to be paying a lot more for Disney theme park food. So the dining plan is awesome. You know, I think
if
now
you're going to be eating on site, not having a place where you can also cook your own food, that kind of a thing. Yeah. And if you're just someone that likes to eat, I know a lot, there are ways to eat cheaply and not be on the dining plan, but you and I, when we go to Disney World, for me, one of the attractions is the food, is the restaurants. I like to do that. And if you eat, you can actually save money on the dining plan.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So unfortunately, there's no news right now.
No. And I think that's because, just of the capacity issues, if they open it up, then people are going to be booking more restaurants and things like that. And they obviously have to have social distancing at the restaurants. And, so I think they're kind of waiting to see where things are. So hopefully the vaccine's a game changer and kind of opens that up more. But every single time, I call into Disney multiple times a day because I'm
Yeah, it's
working.
your job.
It's my job. And every time I talk to the agents, like they're like, you know, they always say like, oh, you got to book a package, like even if they're booking their ticket separate, because just in case, you know, the dining plan comes back, we want to be able to add it. Or they're always like, oh, the dining plan could come back. So they don't have any news either, right? Because they know, you know, but I think they're hopeful too.
I
don't think it's gone forever.
No, and again, we don't have any inside information on that. But the dining plan is something that encourages guests to eat on site, to tip on site, to not buy the cheapest thing on the menu. It encourages people to not spend as little as they can on food. It's not as much as if you went and bought the most expensive thing on every item. But I would be shocked if it didn't come back. But there's no news on it right now.
Tammy asked the moderates, especially for adults, without a doubt is fantastic. And I would agree. Like it's interesting because people, you know, either love, like, you know, there's adults that love the values. They are kind of like in your face and bright. And that would be kind of like the biggest complaint when I have adults kind of plan their vacation around their kids. They're like, we want to stay in this because my kid will love the Little Mermaid room. And then they get back and they're like, oh, that was kind of like really bright and overwhelming because it's so many colors.
It is a sensory I love the values.
I do too.
But I will say, if you were to say from a color palette perspective, it's a touch obnoxious at times. Yeah. It can be.
Yeah. And moderates are something for everyone. There's something for the kids, but then there's also something for the adults. Yeah. And then when you get into the deluxe, it just ruins you for all moderates and values. Like it does. I love the deluxes. Oh my goodness. And the amenities at those, you know, like Animal Kingdom, I think about how you can run around and the cast members give you beads for learning different facts. And then if you get, I think it was like 8 beads, then you get like a special little, I can't remember what it was, if it was like a patch or something. But, you know, like they have like those special little touches and activities because, you know, this resort has animals outside of your window. Like where else are you going to get that? Right?
Yeah, no, it's
I love it. So
love that you call it pop. Thought that it was only a Buffalo thing. No, it is very much a Canada thing. Very much. You will find nobody up here that calls it soda.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So no. Tammy says, can't afford deluxe.
Oh, I know.
It's expensive.
You know what? Even, you know, for my October trip, I was going between, and I was going to book it this weekend, so you guys can give me your opinions, but I was deciding between Coronado Grand Casino Tower, which I love.
You
like,
love that place.
It feels like a deluxe.
I was about to say that's technically
moderate.
a moderate.
Yeah, and you know it
she
had the
stayed
club
at it
level.
because she gets to stay at everything all the time because of her TA stuff. I've never been there.
And club level, you know, is gone obviously, but it does have club level when that's available. So it does feel like a deluxe resort to me. Yeah. So I was deciding between that, or I was gonna think about maybe the Little Mermaid rooms at Art of Animation. I don't know.
But that's a swing. That's a huge difference.
I know. I can't decide. I like them all. So
I don't even think it's a decision.
I don't think I can afford a deluxe right now, just
No.
because. But they're beautiful, and you know what? That's going to be my next one. Yeah. I will. So
she says, I'd really like to try that resort, Jamie. You couldn't when you got back. Yeah. You couldn't stop talking about how much you loved it.
And the rooms are huge, and they're right. Like the nice thing about this is they're inside the building. Yeah. So you have your rooms inside, like, you know, I hear our kids yelling. Can you hear them? I'm sorry. You have the rooms inside the, you know, like the resort. They're not outdoor. Like you don't open your door and then step right outside, right? Yeah. So it has a different feel to it. Yeah. And then
the only other place I think that is a moderate or below that has that would be the family suites at Art of Animation.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, it's every place is you open the door and you're outside.
Yeah, so, you know, and you're only 5 minutes from the pool. Not even. Like, it's like a 2-minute walk to the main pool.
That's awesome.
And then you're central to, like, all the things that are there. So I really like the Grand Casino.
See, because we're taking my parents on potentially...
Tammy, let's do it! She says, let's go, girl.
There you go. We're potentially taking my parents on a Disney World / cruise if things open enough.
Well, that's why I was thinking Art of Animation. That was actually their first resort that they ever stayed at with us. They were in the Cars family suite.
I would love for them to experience something different, and I think the Grand Destino Tower would be something pretty sweet.
That's true.
And it's cheaper than a deluxe.
Yeah, or we go with the regular rooms at Coronado
Yeah.
to save a itty bit. But it wasn't.
Dan
it was,
says Buffalo is basically Canada.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Any other questions before we go, guys? This has been so much fun hanging out. Again, I know we haven't had a ton of content, although the last few days we've been starting to put stuff out again. As news starts to creep back in, we've been a little busy. If you've watched us for a while, you might notice we're in a new house. We moved, and so that's there's just been a lot of stuff going on in our life.
Oh yeah, and then I had my surgery.
You had a
in
big
summer.
surgery.
It's just been a bananas.
It's been a wild
2020.
year.
But we'll have to do a tour showing you guys our house.
And the Disney stuff that's in here.
Yeah, we kind of have like a inward goal that we want to make every room kind of like a Disney theme, or something.
Yes.
So we'll have to like show you guys so we can get your opinions on what we should do.
Yes.
Because my goal is our bedroom. I want it to be like the beach club.
Yes, that we've both talked about
Yes.
that is our personal goal.
Just when I go into that resort, I just feel
Zen.
relaxed. I love the beach.
Don't we
Castaway
all?
Cay is my happy place. Like
Yes.
that is my favorite
Mine
place
too.
on earth. So I kind of want to make our room feel like that feel.
Are you going to redo the Epcot wall, Dan?
Oh, that's a good question. Are you?
It's so much work.
It was a lot. It took you only like a few days though, and you were doing a couple hours each day.
I hate measuring stuff out.
You were really good
And
at it though.
I know it was good. Part of me wonders if we should do that purple wall from Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland, or a different themed
Or the
wall for
Epcot
new house.
bubblegum kind of pink wall.
Yeah, it's one of those type things. I don't know. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? What wall should I do? The Epcot wall is a lot of work. Although I do have a great video to watch of how to do it again. But,
Yeah, you can just go back and watch your video
that's right.
on how to.
I forgot how to do it. I know how to do it.
I did see really cool Star Wars wallpaper that I want to put in the boys' room.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. So,
We got to show you guys some of the stuff. We got one of these ruggables, one of these Disney ruggables.
Oh, I need to do a video just on that.
Oh, I
'Cause
know.
I love the Disney ruggables. They're so expensive, but
They're not that bad.
yeah, not too bad. So
I didn't think, considering that you can get the lower thing and then wash the top thing.
yes,
It's real. I don't
making
think
it
it's-
washable with pets and kids, like
I don't know. Carpets are expensive. That thing was only a couple $100. It's a pretty
it's
big
Mickey.
one.
It's Mickey. We know
Yeah,
how.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
You can pose next to the wall and pretend you're there. Yeah,
It's true, Tammy.
depressing, but yeah.
Yeah.
We need this to be over. We got to get back to the parks.
I'm really hoping that this summer we can go.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
and do maybe like a good road trip. And I also really want to, and this is the reason why I want to do a road trip. I don't know if you guys have been watching on Disney Plus Secrets at the Zoo. And if you haven't
great.
watched it, you need to watch it.
or secret the Animal Kingdom parallel one that's also on there.
That one's so good
Both
too.
are fantastic.
Yeah. And is it, where is it's the Columbus Zoo?
Yeah,
Right?
and it's two different zoos in Columbus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have family in Kentucky. So
Yeah.
we could easily do a little road trip and then head on down to Disney.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Just this summer and take advantage of those low crowds.
Yeah.
And then we can go again. Well, I'll go again in October. I don't know if
We're
you're gonna come
hoping
with
to get
me.
down as soon as we can, and I'm believing things will open up a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys down in the States, you're getting 1 million vaccines a day. In Canada, it's not rolling out that quick. That's our problem.
We literally were booked to go to Hawaii this week. Like, we would have still been at Aulani, Disney's resort and spa. Did I say Aulani?
Yeah, again,
Aulani?
it's depressing
Yeah.
to think about this.
And we were going to be there this week, and we only canceled that really a few weeks ago because of the new regulations. Like, and they're just saying no, non-essential, don't do travel pretty much.
Yeah.
And then, Hawaii does have where you have to test negative 2 days before, and then, returning, you have to have another negative. So it was just kind of like a mess. And so we had to postpone that, but we are going to get to Aulani. Maybe.
Well, that's happening as soon as it opens up, or we can.
Would you want to do that this summer, or would you want to do Disney World?
Would I rather go to Aulani? Yes.
Because
I want to go to Disney World, but I want to be at a beach. I've never been there. Sailing Away says, greetings, everyone. Welcome,
greetings,
Sailing
welcome.
Away. Thanks for joining us. It's right near the end here. We need to start doing more of these lives. It's just fun
so nice
even if
talking
there's just
to you
like
guys.
2 or 3 of you guys. It's nice to, and there's more than that, but it's just nice to talk to you guys. By the end of our trip was
he's so right. He says our joke by the end of the trip was however much you think a souvenir is, just add 25 to 30. It's true.
It's true. Well, that's why when you're there, you got to go to the Character Warehouse and different place. Like, there's ways to get decent and cheaper.
Sometimes I'll just do I'll save up my birthday and Christmas, and I'll be like, I'll get one special thing, and it will be my Dooney and Burke purse if I get one, or something big like that. So
well, there's all
which
well,
is a bad habit because those things are so expensive.
Back when we did one trip a year, it was the Dooney and Burke.
I was doing more than one trip a year.
Well,
you weren't though with me as much.
Apparently, there's stuff I didn't know that was being bought then, because I thought the big thing we do is always a small piece of art, Disney art.
Well, that too.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. It was great. Yeah, seeing you guys in the chat. If you haven't, spend a moment, give us a like, a subscribe, keep following us. We'll have more content coming very, very soon. And
Absolutely.
Then,
And if you are interested in planning a Disney vacation, I am a travel agent specializing in Disney vacations. It's what I do. And, during the pandemic, I'm, just trying to survive my business, right? So if you can book with me and support me, that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
So, and I love all my clients and all of you guys that watch. Like, you guys are awesome. So you can contact me via email, jamie@clickthemouse.ca, or through the website, www.clickthemouse.ca/Jamie. And I look forward to talking Disney with you.
I do have to say, and we have to say a big thank you in the middle of all of this too. My wife, for the second year in a row, won top sales agent at her company. And that's because of your guys' support. So much has been through YouTube and through the time you guys spend with us. And so thank you for utilizing Jamie's services, for staying connected even through the middle of a pandemic. We so appreciate it. And we just think you guys are awesome.
And every time I had clients who had to cancel or postpone, I just felt so bad for them. Like, it wasn't like, I just, I want to see them go as a family and have those magical moments, right? And I know so many of them are itching to get back to the park. And so it's my honor helping you guys through the pandemic and through the mess. Like, I had clients who literally were there when the park announced that they were going to shut down. So they had to even cut their vacation short a few days.
It's wild.
And I was like on the phone for 4 or 5 hour waits, like changing people's vacations around, or having to just kind of navigate that so that they could have a stress-free time and not have to worry about it. And so that's why I do this, really. I'm here as a support to them and a concierge kind of level service. And because I know how important Disney trips are. I know that people save up and go, and they're important. And it's not just a little vacation. It is family time. It is time to relax and unwind and recharge. It's more than just a little trip. It means so much more. It's a childhood dream.
It's about family. It's about a little moment of escape and really just slowing down and smelling the roses around you. And we're excited that that's coming back. I believe it is coming back.
And if I can help make that a little more magical or a little easier, on anyone, that's my goal, right? So I'm here as a resource to you guys. If you ever have any questions, just leave, comment below about your Disney vacation, and we'll make sure to answer it and give you some advice. And
please let us know if you'd like to do more of these lives, because they're actually pretty easy compared to the other videos we do, and it's fun talking with you guys.
It is. It's so fun talking to you guys.
But you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.